Welcome back. It's 10 Minute Tuesday. We're doing it out here by our pig barn with our new little piglets hiding behind this wall because they're scared of us. The poor things. Hopefully with a few sugar cubes and maybe some produce and stuff, we can bribe them into liking us. You think? One question that people keep asking over and over is, do Amish pay taxes? What is their banking system like? What are you scared of?
There was a moth that flew on me.
It was a moth. Oh, Lord. Ah. And once again, this varies from community to community. There are communities who don't have social security numbers, kind of stay under the radar. How that works, I'm not sure. I know as citizens that we can do the same thing. Like there's a way to be, I guess, like not part of America's corporation or something. I don't understand it. It is a long process, and like you don't have to pay taxes and all that stuff. You can get to that point. There are some negatives, I think, that come with that. I don't know. I don't even know what it's called. I don't know. It's like some kind of free citizen something. I don't know. Not going to get into that. So yeah, there are communities who don't have social security numbers. So I don't know how they pay taxes. I know the rumor is going, a lot of people think that no Amish people pay taxes. But in my community, we paid taxes just like everybody else. We had birth certificates, social security cards. We worked at public places. We paid Medicaid, whatever. All that stuff got taken out of our check. And then we received a tax return at the end of the year. So that was normal for us. I don't know. I guess it'd be a good question for Eli Yoder, who grew up in a much, much stricter community. Maybe he'll answer that someday on one of his videos. Because I know some of the Swartz and Trooper ones, I don't know. I don't know how that works. As far as banking, once again, in our community, Amish people used banks like anybody else. They had bank accounts. They had mortgages for their houses. They got personal loans here and there, I think, and they even got credit cards from like Cabela's and stuff, so they could use them and gather the points and collect the free rewards. But once again, remember, I come from one of the most liberal communities. They still consider themselves old order Amish, but they just basically all they didn't have was cars and electricity. So, how's the popcorn in the pig pen? And
you put them to sleep.
Are they sleeping?
Yeah.
They were cute when I came out here this morning. They were just cuddled up next to each other, staying warm. Yeah, and also the horse and buggies. The buggies had to have plates on them, so they paid. It was $50 10 years ago for a buggy plate. It might be more now. I'm not sure. So that was all normal. They do collect Social Security once they are eligible because they pay into it. However, they don't typically, or they didn't, at least when I was back there, they didn't draw unemployment if they weren't working. Some people would draw unemployment when they had a week off, because RV factories usually have a week off for 4th of July and 2 weeks off for Christmas, kind of like school. And so they wouldn't draw unemployment while other people did at that time. They have retirement plans, IRAs, they invest money and all that. There's quite a few rich Amish people. Now, they also do have what they call an Amish bank. While a lot of Amish use the normal banks around the area to get mortgages, home loans, whatever, and to do their checking accounts and all savings accounts and all that stuff, there is an Amish bank where a bunch of Amish people have invested in, and they hand out, I think it's just mortgages to Amish people for, I think it's a little bit lower of an interest rate. Not much, but a little bit, where if you're Amish, you can go borrow from them. And I think you have to be a member of the church in order to do that. So there's that. They don't carry the typical insurance on their horses, on their houses, nothing like that. No health insurance. What they do is at church, they tithe. You're not required to. It's just whatever anybody wants to give, what they feel led to give. And all that money, since the preachers don't get paid, the only cost for the church would be for the bench wagon, right? To keep the bench wagon fixed up to date, to keep the benches, if they have to buy more benches or replace some, to keep the cookware that goes with the bench wagon and the songbooks. That is really the only cost of a church district. And the rest of the money goes into the deacon takes care of it. And when somebody in the whole community, not just the little church district, in the whole community, maybe even some outside communities, has a hospital bill, say they have to have surgery or they get in an accident or something and they have a $40,000 hospital bill, a letter will be sent to all churches and they all send a chunk of money to cover that hospital bill, and it's cashed off. They get good rates that way because the hospital likes it that way. They don't have to fight with insurance companies to get their money. So with the Amish people, they just get it now. But typically, like just a normal doctor's visit, say if Miranda here might have smashes her finger or something, fingernail pops out, we would take her to the doctor and then we would just pay that out of pocket because it's only a couple $100, right? Just to get it x-rayed and wrapped, whatever, initially checked out. It's the bigger, the tens, the $20,000, the $100,000 hospital bills that the Amish church covers. So if there's not enough tithing per church, then the deacon will come around and collect a certain percentage of your value. And it's not much, and it doesn't happen very often. It's just the cheapest insurance anybody could have. It really is. It's the best plan. It does depend on complete honesty, though. Not just on the deacon's part, but also on the members' part to not, be doing buying unnecessary things at the hospital or doing unnecessary procedures or whatever maybe.
What's wrong with that car?
No, it's not a car. It's a motorcycle, three-wheel motorcycle thing.
No, it's a four-wheel.
Oh. So I have a question for you guys. What do you guys think is debt Christian? Like, is it good to have debt? Yeah, just put your opinion in the comments below. Because I'm starting to wonder. Like we were all taught. I was taught. Most people are taught that it's okay to get a loan. It's okay to go get a car loan to build your credit. It's even okay to get credit cards sometimes to build your credit. Credit cards are horrible. Don't do it. Anyway, and it's okay to get a mortgage, and that's how you buy a house. But when you start thinking about it, when you have debt, you're a slave. Like you have all these payments that you have to make, and if you lose your job or something, that's a lot of stress. You have to find something. You have to find a, I don't know how to convey this. It just seems like maybe it's not the Christian thing to do. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully that answered your tax, banking, insurance questions about the Amish people. Please hit the like button. Helps me out. Share these videos. Subscribe, and we will see you next time. What did you want to say about?
One more thing before we end this little video is that our two pigs are named Freckles and Flash.
Freckles and Flash, it is.